Here's a painting I did a couple of years ago. I really like it. It's very warm, but it's, you see it now under my easel light, and that's a little brighter than your typical wall in your home. But I really enjoyed the shapes on this. I enjoyed the silver sky. And I have a bit of an emotional attachment to it. This is an area that I'm reasonably familiar with in Alberta, Canada. Quite like it. 16 by 20. I went to a gallery today, or one of the galleries today, and delivered 4 paintings for a winter show. And then while I was there, she asked if there was anything I'd like to take back. And I'm easy, one way or the other, whatever the gallery likes. They've had this painting for, I think, 2 years now, maybe more. And she asked if I would like to take that one back, and I said, sure. I love the painting. I'd be happy to relocate it to another gallery. And so I took it with me. Along with this one. I love that one too. And it's, again, it's a very dark painting. Unless it's hanging on a wall in someone's home with good light on it, you're not going to see much. As soon as you put some light on it, things brighten up. It becomes much stronger. It's, to me, like I like my skies. I like my skies that are a little bit wild. I think that oftentimes people view them as threatening, but I don't. I just think they're nice. I like them. So this was the second one that I'm going to change, or that I'm going to move to a different gallery. I'm not going to touch them. The paintings are both fine. I'm very happy with them as they sit. So, yeah, and that's been something that, let me back the camera off here. You don't want to look at my face. You don't want to look at every little flaw. Sorry, they're big flaws, and there are many of them. But, like in my face. That's been something that has, I wouldn't say haunted me, because it's my preference. I love it. I love dark, gloomy, stormy, plays on light. Yeah, my paintings are often, well, it's been suggested to me over the years that, why don't you do more bright colors? I love bright colors too, But my default always seems to be to go back to that tormented atmosphere or environment or light. It's what I love, I'm not a depressed guy. It's just what I love to paint. And what I found is, over the years, galleries are businesses, right? Especially these days, they pay a premium for their lease or their rent or what have you. Their wall space is at a premium. They have to look at the cold hard facts of running a business, and they need to keep their ear close to the ground. They need to listen to their clientele when they come in, and they will get a feel for what is popular for sales. Not that they won't go outside those boundaries, but typically a gallery will hang on to a painting, or put it this way, in my experience, a painting for 2 to 3 years maybe, and then if there isn't a lot of interest in it, or if there are a lot of comments but nobody buys it, then they prefer to move it on and freshen up their collection. Such was the case this time. Usually, when I come across that, when I'm going to a gallery or talking to a gallery, they will send back to me paintings that haven't sold, or in this case I can drive to it and they send it back to me because they haven't sold. Paintings that are usually darker, they need their own light. They're not sort of decoration that sits in the corner somewhere. They're a little too strong for that. And because they're strong, they need light. But they don't come to life until you throw some strong light on them. So as much as I love it sitting on the easel under some direct light, it may not suit everybody, you know, certainly taste-wise, and certainly not light-wise, or be appropriate for the home. So that's in flux. That sort of supply-demand situation is always in flux. And as I said before, I'm no purist. I paint what I love, and I don't take the dictates from galleries, but I do from the general public. They are my best source of information regarding what people enjoy. Because I'm in a situation where my only source of income is making oil paintings, I need to listen to the people who are potential purchasers. You know, I want to know if they love the stuff or hate the stuff or doesn't work in this way or in that way. You know, so I'm reasonably willing to adapt what I'm working on to suit what is more popular at a given time, but only to a degree. Because if you bend over backwards, you're going to sell yourself short. For myself, I would just tuck tail and run. I would lose the incentive to keep painting, because as I said before, painting is a language. You're trying to express something visually to the public. If they're not receiving it, maybe then maybe I'm not speaking clearly enough, or representing what I'm trying to paint in a way that people enjoy. You're not going to sell any paintings to anybody if they don't enjoy what they're looking at. They have to have a love for it. And you're trying to share your love for an image with the public. If they receive it and they can identify with your statement and what you're trying to say, that's a success. But you can't just, if you're a painter or if you're an artist, present stuff to a gallery, and a good gallery will know how presentable and possibly saleable a painting will be. You can't just present them with something and push it on them and go, well, you know, if it didn't sell in a month or didn't sell in a year, well, that's because people don't know what they're talking about or they don't know what they're looking at. No, you got to turn your focus inward and say, well, maybe it's me. Maybe I cannot speak clearly enough. Anyway, I'm not disappointed at all. This painting and the other one will be reallocated. Well, they'll go to a different gallery. And it's funny because some galleries sell a certain type of subject matter or a certain size or certain colors more easily than a different gallery will do. You know, and I was told this when I first got into galleries was, I love your work, but let's see if the public does. You could go to a different part of a large city and do very well in a gallery, and then go to another different part of that same large city and do very poorly. Nobody seems to have that equation figured out. And it's good, because we're not mathematicians. We have a different kind of a brain, right? Anyway, I still don't know. I have a 1620 stained canvas kicking around. I still don't know what I'm doing with it. I'm enjoying not painting, actually. I still have to replace the battery in my truck, still have to do the intake manifold in my motorcycle, different stuff that I also enjoy doing. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, but talk to you soon.